Well, hello. I think what I want to do with this, I'm going to do this snippet roll video in several pieces, and so that you can, so that I can show you the underneath part. So I'll put them all together in one video when I show it. So this is for a customer, and she likes green, so I chosen a green, the only really green roll I have. And I'm going to show what the background looks like and talk about it. So, because it's really hard once you get it all together to remember everything, what you did. So I'm trying to focus on the color green. Right here, I did some stitching that I saw in a book that I wanted to try. It will probably be mostly covered up, but let's see if we can get you in a little closer, just a little bit like that. There we go. So this was like randomly woven, and it's sort of it's a, what do you call this? It's a jute, sort of, I think, in here that's, will mostly be covered up, I think, but I wanted to try this technique, and I kind of like how it turned out, because you could fray it all up and all that. So that's what this is, and under it is just random fabric that's been stamped on. Okay, so here is, this is some of my very favorite stuff that I talk about all the time, and I forget. I don't know what it is. Came in a package of vintage or antique vintage sort of grain sack type stuff, but it's very soft, so I don't know what it was, but it's a real pretty right there. And it's a seafoam, even though it looks sort of, I don't know what it looks like, gray, but it's a seafoam color. And then I just bunched up some fabric here. Again, just focusing on, this is that green, oh no, that's over there. I don't know what this is, but it's bunched up to give texture. This is part of an old quilt, this right here. Like, this is all old quilt. And so, of course, it will have things on top of it. This is an old piece. This is old. This is old, this is old, this is old. I sound crazy, right? So this is a piece. It's pretty. I couldn't decide. I think I just stitched over it because I was maybe going to embroider all that, but I think I decided against it for some reason. I don't know why. This is a piece of old quilt too. And I did a lot more bunching on this because I want to see how it looks on the roll. And I'm thinking to doing a couple different things. Since this is this kind of a roll, I wanted to add some things that come off the side a little bit to fill it up. So, oh here, sorry. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I think it's Sanderson fabric, really pretty, pretty, pretty. Now this, what do we do here? Oh, so now this is going to be really hard to see. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, this is a piece of a, something. I don't know if it was like a little cut work doily. Yeah, I guess, because look, it's about this big here, and I cut it. This has a, right here is a, let's see. Oh, you can see it a little bit. It's a little basket. Then I did some different kinds of embroideries around it. I'm going to try not to cover the basket part up here, but it might end up, you can hardly see it anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But in here I did some weaving right here, really pretty weaving there, and just kind of stitches going every which way. So I don't know what I will do here, but because it's sort of blending in, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but this is that really fun Egyptian cotton fabric that's fun, but you know, most of this will get lost underneath. And this was an embroidered piece of something I got in a stack from, and so I just embroidered around it, and then, you know, it will be embellished. So I thought I would just do that this way, and then I don't know what I'm doing on the top. I start layering things, laces and things, so doesn't look like that much now, but the next part of the video you'll see more. So I thought this would be a fun thing to do. It's a new attempt, and it is 4 minutes and 39 seconds. So thank you. I'll see you in a second. Bye. Good morning from Central California. Would you believe I went through all this whole video and I thought it was recording and it wasn't? So I'm having some coffee and we will start again. How's that? This is a snippet roll for a customer named Carol. Carol? Sorry, Carol. Carol. And so we're going to get on with it. I can't even believe myself. So here is the bag. The only instruction she gave me was green. We're going to go back like this or like that. There we go, like that. She said green. We'll go just like, there we go. Let's hope we are still going. We are. Okay, so I used, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who sent it to me. It could have been my last gal who sent me, who I did the roll for, or it might have been, okay. I don't know. Anyway, so this was I got a nice chunk of I believe it was an old tablecloth, because it has that feeling of an old tablecloth, you know what I mean? That chunky, cottony feeling. I forget let's get my thing here. All right. So a cottony feeling. And so I just made the bag out of this. Her color was green, she said. It's pretty much all the stuff she gave me, all the stuff. So anyway, so this has a nice pretty green. I love, there's a few greens I really like. I like this color green. It's like I don't know if I want to say it's a sage green or what it is, and I'm not sure, but I like that color green. This is a blue green. I like green. I'm not saying I don't like green. I'm just saying I like those colors. So I went ahead and made this out of that. This is this right here is an old wedding dress piece, pretty floral. So I went ahead and reinforced the pearls that are on here. They're not real pearls. I might have put real pearls if I had this small, but I didn't think I did. And so I just used what was on the dress apparently. And then I decided, you know me, well, first of all, here's the button. It's a shell button, Mississippi shell button. And pretty, all the pretty colors. And then this is the pocket. I'm going to put her tag in here. I don't want to show you the tag. She can see the tag. Have something as a surprise. I did a little birdie. I wanted to show you. I just used a piece of lace here for the tail. I just, made him up. But I wanted to show you this fabric I got. So I got this lovely fabric, and I will put her shop online. Isn't it gorgeous? It's hand dyed, and I think she uses rust and I don't know what else, but look at how beautiful it is. Oh man. So I want to, now I have still backed up. I have snippet rolls I have to do. I have at least 3 I have to do that I'm committed to. But I would like to do on here, maybe it's just like take a piece of it and just do some stitching that Ariane, is her name Zurcher? I don't know. I know it starts with a Z and then I make up the rest. I don't know. But she does like, I don't know what she calls it, but it's just random sewing around and makes beautiful pieces of art. So I thought maybe I want to do something like that. And I'm thinking about, I don't know if I'll have any in my shop. I might. But I wanted to do this because I bought this from Anne Brooke. We all know Anne, right? And I had gotten this from her. And it's just a little piece of embroidery she did. And I thought this would be a cute gift for some of my friends. I have, friends that we give gifts each year. And, they've lived life, most of them. And so, what do you give people like that? And I thought this might be cute to do something like this. So it's sort of like from the snippet roll, like just a piece, like that, and then just frame it. So I thought that's my idea. So I may or may not use this fabric, but I wanted to show you that fabric. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at this right here. Look at this area right here. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, so I have ideas for that. Anyway, why I showed you that was I made the wings out of some of that and the beak. And then this guy has, I'm so sorry, so much asthma from the fires. So I'm sorry, I'm going to take a drink. I don't want to make that noise when people drink. Anyway, this is a wooden button. It was in my good button stash, so I know it's either antique, old, or, so in that stash I have glass buttons, I have pearl buttons. Come on now. This one is a wooden button, and I don't know if it's one of those Tioga nut buttons. I don't know, but it's a button, and it had a hole. And I was going to put a, what do you call that? A French knot, but I decided, nah, I like this, how this looks, kind of looks like something. I don't know. Anyway, so there's the little bag. And here's the roll. See, it was already rolled up, so we're just going to pretend, Here's the roll. I measured it. I want to measure it again. I think it was like 30 something inches, which is why there's too much of it. It's like, I think it was 34 maybe, or something like that, inches. And it probably should be a couple inches smaller, but I didn't want to cut it for her, so probably would have been better if it was, I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. Like I said, her request was green. So the back is covered with that a dotted switch, a newer one. So like this little area right here, what it was this ended up being smaller. Sometimes it happens when you're stitching stuff, it gets smooshed in. So I just kind of added that to the edge there. All right, so we're gonna go back this way. I wanna make sure you can actually see everything the right directions. Okay, so, and I'll bring you down further. There's something else I was going to tell you. I don't know what it was. This is what happens when you do it twice. You don't want to say the same thing over and over again. There we go. Okay, so here's the end. It's so pretty. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I'm going to go ahead and you're going to already know because I added it at the beginning, but I decided this one I was going to show you snippets of each level that I did, just sort of like my other process video. But truthfully, I got all of it put together on one. I did a video, and I'm hoping to add it to the front. But truthfully, I get tired. I start sewing. I don't really want to stop and try and figure out making a video. And it's just laziness, I guess. So I'm sorry. Okay, so here we go. This is, now, like I said, you remember, I tried to have a green feel to it, but you can't just, maybe you can just only have green, but I don't think like that. I couldn't do that. So I didn't do all green. Maybe some people can do that. Anyway, I found her initials. Now I want to say this. Oh, you can see it pretty good right there. Her name is Carol Young. And hi, Carol. I'll have the listing up as soon as I get this done, just so you know. And she's in Hawaii. I don't really like Hawaii. My husband and I make fun of it because we say Hawaii's so filled with crime. We say that because of Hawaii 5-0, which is so dumb, right? I know. It's a joke, but it's hot and humid. When we went there one time way back in the 80s, that's how long it was since I've been there, it was so hot and humid. Of course, I was 6 months pregnant, so that might have affected my thoughts about the whole thing. But and we went to Waikiki. We didn't know about going to other places like Maui. So it's I know it's beautiful there. So she lives in Hawaii. Anyway, what about this? So I asked my husband, what do you think these initials are? Because a lot of these old French laundry tags, it's really hard to find. Like, they're all oddly different, all the fonts. And I would like to know the history of this someday, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. But they're all different scripts and stuff. And sometimes you can't tell what they are, what it is. So I asked my husband, because I thought it was a C and a Y, because that's her initials. I couldn't find her middle initial. I forget what it was, but no one needs to know that. But anyway. So I asked my husband, what initials are these? And so he looked at it for one. He goes, I think it's a C and a Y. I go, yes, me too. So I didn't, it's our opinion that this is a C and a Y. It doesn't look like it could be much of anything else. It's kind of a weird Y. Like, I think it should come down a little bit more, but I don't know. That's how it is. Okay, then we're going to go to the suffix puffs now. Now, the suffix puffs in this snippet roll, we're nice and zoomed in, are... some are new. I'm thinking this is a newer fabric here. Newer. These are probably vintage, possibly antique, vintage, and vintage. Or antique. So the difference between antique is about 100 years old and older. Vintage is anywhere, less than 100 years, but maybe up to, 30 years or so. So that's the differentiation. So I'm thinking these might have been, these are close to 100 because I bet there's some kind of feed sack, or they look like they could be maybe a fabric that's a 20s. And plus they're got a little, when they get little tears on them, you can tell how they're bare, they're threadbare and stuff. So here's some more of the whatever this is. The wedding applique thing. And they had pearls. They're not real pearls, but I went ahead and I don't like doing this. I thought about taking them off. I thought, no, it's so pretty. So I went ahead and got the the beading needle and did all this. Where are we at? Oh, see, I don't know how zoomed in we are. Where are we at? There, right here, like this. Okay, like that. Sorry, guys, I was talking. So maybe we'll zoom you out just a little bit like that. Maybe, okay. So here are, so it had pearls and sequin, yeah, the sequins are these little clear things. And the weird way they put them on is, they put them on like, they just sewed them on through the hole and didn't really anchor them with anything. So they kind of flip around. I don't really like that. So I did it like you do when you do the Christmas, or the Christmas, because I've done a lot of those Christmas stockings. Maybe at Christmas I'll show you those Christmas stockings that are, you can get kits that are felt, and then you put a bunch of sequins and stuff on it. And what you do with that is you put a sequin, you put a bead, you go back through the bead, like through the other side of the bead, through the sequin, tie it off, and you do that. So I added the clear beads, and some of the beads are like got silver on them just because it was hard to dig them out. So I went ahead and reinforced the little pearl beads that they had, and then I reinforced the sequins, and I added some little beading of my own. So that's what happened there. This is, I wrote it down. I wrote these things down, so hopefully I wouldn't just stammer through everything. This is a vegetable ivory, and it's from the 1900s. It's a green vegetable ivory button. And it's green, so that's why that's there. I put a lot more buttons on this one than I usually do, scattered around. I don't know why. I was in a button mood, so there's no reason why. I just did. And so this is just some crochet. It's a crocheted flat fabric-y or flowery piece. This is a cutout piece. This is some beautiful green wool thread all the way from Australia to you. And this is from my friend Donna at Believe Cottage Craft. I want to put her also in the description, so if you want to check her out. She sent me some once as a gift, and then I bought some this recent time and got some more because I really like the wool. Gives it a nice thick texture. This is, I believe this is wool too right here, this guy right here. Can you see me? Yeah, make sure. It's hard to see on my phone how it's held. I can't see really everything you see. Okay, we're moving to the birdhouse. So here's the birdhouse. I gave him the address of number 2, Robin Lane. I don't know. I had some other number 1s that are kind of small, but I kind of liked how this looks. So number 2, Robin Lane. I just made one bird this time because he was really difficult. I spent several hours on him, and I gave up finally. I thought, I'm not doing another one. I know, because I had it all thick with stuff here, and I didn't know where he would go, and I didn't, so I just did one. I'm sorry, Carol. But he's right here, or she's singing, her little beak's open like this. And this part red should have came down more, but it was difficult. So it gets so thick when she feels it, she'll know. It's hard to get needles through, but it's a little robin. We just have some sewing here, just different, come give the idea of a little flower. This little, what's it called? Ribbon thing here came from my last gal who gave me a bunch of stuff I could keep. It's just really cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, so we're gonna go right to here. Now the next part is this guy right here. And he is a, this is from the 1880s to the 1890s, and it's called a lace applique, and it's from the 1880s and 1890s. So I like that. This time I tried to get it on where there's dark things behind it so you could see it, but as you can see, you still kind of lose a little bit. But I try. It's a real pretty round thing. I got about, I don't know how many of them. I like to put them on if I can because they're old and nice. I like them. There's no other reason than that. And here's some of that, what do you call this? Netting, like from the, I think it's from the the old veil. That's probably an antique veil. I have some of that down below. So these are some of the flowers I cut out of other things. This is a big piece of I had a big piece of a cut work. So this is one of the pieces. I cut out all the fun little flowers and scatter them around on people's rolls. So where are we at? We're right here. Okay, got the button garden here, and we go up to where? Go up to right about, I got to see on here where we go to. I think we're right at, is it this? Oh yeah, so we're only to here. Okay, see, I thought we were down farther. Okay, so under here there is, you'll see on the other, okay, I can't remember because I did this twice now. Okay, I believe on the, I did the under part, right? I did a video of that. And I think, yeah, I told you this. I was going to do it every step, but then I got lazy or tired or didn't do it. So this under here is some of that pretty green fabric that the other gal, I think the same gal who sent me the other flower ribbon thing here, came from her. And this is an antique quilt back here. This piece, I think, yeah, this, well, you can't see that. This, all of this here, and this, that's all antique quilt. And I believe it's antique because it feels antique because of the way it's falling apart. And it was bought at a garage sale in the 60s. And I'm thinking it was at least 30 years old then because it had all kinds of holes in it. Kind of reminded me of sort of an Amish thing and the way it looks. So I went ahead and put some of that there. I'm going to call it antique. I think it's antique. Okay, so the buttons. How far did we say we go? We went to only this button? Okay. Okay, so let's talk about these buttons. As you can see, we have 3 bees flying around our little garden. This is just a regular old, it's a flower button, but it's a regular plastic. This is Bakelite, which, and I believe this was in my big jar. Turned out super, and it's green, so I thought, I've been saving it to put it somewhere, someone who wants green. This is a beautiful, it's naturally colored, this is not dyed, and it's a pearl button. This is what they called a pie plate pearl button, so it looks sort of like a pie plate, super cute. This here's also a pearl button. I think this might have came out of my jar because look at how pretty. I don't think I have any more of these. So if I only have 1 or 2, I think it must have come out of the jar. This is a pearl button. Let's see if I can show you on the back here. Let's see what you can see. Can you see that like this? It's a pearl button, but I put it backwards because it had this pretty green color and she wanted green and I thought it was perfect. So it's a pearl button. These are fun. The glass buttons here are super fun. And this is pearl too. You can see that right there. Pearl, pearl, pearl. What else did I say? So this button right here is I think it's called, I want to say amber glass, but they call it something else. They call it Topaz Glass. And it's from the 1950s and it's beautifully cut, just gorgeous. So that's there. And this is super fun. It's a Czech Glass. Let's see, let me find that one. I give you the right information. So this is the 1950s. This one is, the Czech Glass is, where's the Czech Glass? It's written here. Can't read my own writing. Okay, green and gold. This is antique, so that means it's over 100 years old. Czech green and gold glass. This is super pretty and it has some pretty just gold markings on it. So that's there. Flowers, I'm sorry, I put a spider. I know people don't like spiders, but spiders are essential in the garden. Plus, I have this wonderful piece here that is perfect for spiders. So, oh, I didn't do any of those whirly ones this time. This is what happens, and I forget. I think, oh, I should have did that. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, so on here, just a lot of, this week, the Anne Brooke tag was, no, last week was a lot of daisy stitches, lazy daisies. So I did a lot of daisies here. I made, this is from the veil, antique veil. There's 3 of them. This one, and then this one. Can we see that one? Like this. Oh no, it's right there. There you go. This one. So these are all antique rhinestones that come off of that veil. And it's very fragile, the veil. I've washed it. When I washed it, the netting part of it that wasn't the lacy part of it just kind of disintegrated in my hands. It was very gentle too. It wasn't good. But so the rest of it, you know, I put it down. I sew around it. Where's my hand? Okay, right here. But then you have to be careful because these are super old settings that these rhinestones are in, and then they come off real easy of this really delicate veil. So I usually put a dot of Fabri-Tac underneath it just to hold it in case, because I've had them come off before on other ones. So you can, it's Beacon, and you can get Fabri-Tac, Fabrific, 3-in-1, I think. Get them at Walmart. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, Amazon, anywhere. And you can also use glossy accents if you're a person who does that kind of jewelry. If anyone, I know you said you sew, Carol, but if it comes off, you can. But I think it's pretty, you know, unless you're going to run around and do stuff with it, it's pretty, pretty stable. Pretty, it's nice and tight in there. I used to try and tie it down, but then it popped right out real easy, like on the setting itself. So this has been the best way to keep it intact. I really want to use that because it's beautiful, right? Under the garden here, I forgot to tell you. So under there is this, it's a piece of lace from right here. I think you can see it there. And of course I covered most of it up over there, but I put little dots in between the little round parts. But that's also some vintage lace, so. Okay, we're over here at these loopy loopies. So this guy, another C. See how they're all so different? That C's similar, but it's smaller. Well, that one's similar. Well, whatever, Pam. So I'm dumb. Someday I'm going to show you all these I got. And I said before, and of course, I don't want to forget it, that if anybody really has something they want that's like an initial or something, if they're doing a roll of their own, just reach out to me. I think I'm trying to remember to put my email on there, but you can find me through Etsy or through, I think if you go to the About on my channel, there's probably an email there, and you can email me and ask me, and I'd be happy to send you some if I have it. So because I've acquired quite a collection. I saw Rachel first using those at Roxy Creations, and I thought I got to have some of those. And I started buying them. I bought one roll, and it was all the same letters. And I thought, well, I don't know if I like all the same letters. So then I started buying packs that had different things in it, and most of them come from France. And so now I have a lot. So if anybody ever really wants one, and they think I really want one that has whatever, I have a lot of letters. So let me know, and I'd be happy to send it to you. Because I'm just that way. Here's some, these are called, I think they're called cat's eyes, and they just look real cute. They're like a baby button, and they're probably newer. They're not, they're a plastic, but they're super pretty. I use them for the centers of they're teeny, so I use them for centers of the flowers right here. All right, what do we say now? Now, I can't remember, Carol, if you said you found me, how you found me, but if you watch Rachel and you found me through Rachel, she has these cute bunnies. And a lot of times I buy her fabric packs because she has some great stuff. And I begged her the last time, please send me a couple of, just, print them on, or stamp them on anything, on muslin, whatever. And so she was so generous and sent me quite a few. And I've been putting them on some of the things because it's so cute. And she can't find this. Believe me, I tried to find the stamp. Couldn't find it anywhere. And she said she got it at a craft fair years ago, and there's just no way to find it. So, but she was so sweet to do that. Rachel, if you watch this, you maybe should put some of these in your shop. Bet people might like to buy them, but, or whatever. I'm telling you how to run your business. This has it's a hexie right under there. And this is some old fabric from the last gal I did, the Snippet roll for. I'm really sorry. I can't remember. Even my best friends, sometimes I can't remember all their names. It just goes, so it's nothing personal. Just too many scars in my brain, I guess, from MS. But anyway, so yeah, let's see what else do I have to say here. I think we talked about all that. So this guy right here, is this, where's he at? Oh, first of all, I had one of these labels. I bought some of these too because they're so cute. I found them through Etsy, different places. This is the only one I had that had green. And look at how pretty it's just pretty lettering, and I just think it looks pretty. So I put it on here for the beauty of it all. Lots of little cutout things. So this guy here, it probably came from where's the, right, this piece here, see this piece, this cut work piece that I said? I cut out some of the flowers, so that's right here. So, they're old. I do not know how old. They could be antique, they could be vintage, I don't know, but they're old. So let's see, what else? Anything else here? Okay, then we're gonna go to the millinery. So this millinery, I probably say it wrong, people. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of a doofus about that. So this is from, I think they said okay, I wrote this down too. Trying to be better. Okay, so, this is a 1930s millinery, I wonder if I added an A, millinery, yeah, pansy. And it probably, from the 1930s, the little deal that was in here to make the little pistil stamen thing, whatever it is, it's really a hard thing, and it would just be hard on the roll, I thought. So that comes out, and I just did some bullion stitches there just to do it. I was gonna stitch this here like this, but I thought, nah, I'm leaving it. That's the way it was on the pansy. So I only have about, I don't know if I only have a couple of these left. I'm kind of, and they're expensive, I will say. Like, to buy a bundle of these, they're expensive. I'm trying to think. Right now there's a bundle I'm looking at, I think it's like $74, and you get a few flowers in there. So it's not inexpensive. So I know I usually charge 70 bucks for my rolls just because, but probably the things used in it is worth more than that, just because I like to put nice things in my rolls. So if anybody says, well, they're too pricey, it's probably it's the lowest I can go, because most of the things are, like I said, this is probably a good, if you were to just buy one of them, I'm gonna guess that's 20 bucks easy, not to count. So because I got a group of 3, and they think they were probably around 40 bucks, something like that. So it's, you know, they're not cheap, these things. And plus they're you know, antique. They're hard to find. They're cool. So anyway, this is a beautiful piece of this is called wedding veil. No, it's called where was I going? Oh, this one here, handmade needle lace. And it's so beautiful. I got 4 pieces. They were like these weird pieces that were like maybe I don't know what they were going to be. And I used them a couple times now, and I kind of hoard them. Now it's nice because I started working on another roll for myself to put some of these hoarded pieces so that I don't feel like I can't, you know, I can use them and be happy about it. This is another expensive piece, but it's so pretty. I think this is part of it too. And then over here, some of the pretty wool thread, some more buttons. See, I put more buttons on than usual on a roll. I did a lot more things than usual, and I did less things than usual as well. So it just seems how I was. I love these. I got a bunch of these. I'll put the shop where I get most of my buttons from. And these are Purl buttons. Oh, they're just so pretty, and the shapes are so unusual, especially this one. I love this one. So I have a few of these, and I've put some on the one so I don't have to feel like I have to hoard them, but I put it here on her roll. This was a piece that was already embroidered, and I don't know if it came from, I don't know where it came from, Rachel or who, I don't know. But so I went ahead and put that on here, and then I just made little flowers there. These are little Steph Francis, like little ribbony, you know, knots, roses, whatever you want to think they are. That's my tag. And this is some beautiful tatting. So I think we pretty much covered this. And the back, I told you before, was just, that's a new fabric. Sometimes I use old fabric, sometimes I use new, but because she wanted green, I just went ahead and used this fabric because it was, you know, gives it more, you feel like it's more green, even though it's not all green. So I'm sorry, I probably messed up. Let's go up like this. So the roll, and like I said, the back. So I think now that I found this, I'll go ahead and measure it for you, Carol. Okay, I'm getting quiet, aren't I? So let's go like this. We have, I will start just from there. This probably could have been 3 inches shorter, but I didn't want to cut it off. Yeah, 33 inches. Of course, it's probably more like 34 inches or so when you when you consider this part here, that's a couple inches. So this is the roll, and so I'm very happy with it. I think she will love it. I love it, well, so why not? It's a lot of cool old stuff that's being reused. I'm working on rolling this up. And what else could I say? I don't even know. I'm going to try and put some of those things that I remember. Oh, I'm going to show you my tag this week. It was flags. I don't know if you care, but since I have you captive, so I did flags here, and I just did, it's hard to tell in my Instagram post. This is some super old, do I have it out? I think I took it out there. This is, Rachel sent me some of this, and it's so, I think she said it was 1800s maybe, unless it was 1700s. So it was just the edge of something, so I just sort of tied it on itself. It's hard to tell my Instagram because I made my own tags, you know, like this. So, so the pole would be here like this, the flag pole. So I went ahead and used that wire there. I put some sari underneath it. This is an old glass button that I just put on the top, like the flagpole top thing. And then these are little flaggies. And then I use some of I use some of the favorite things. This is some that was just sent to me recently. Little bird on it. This, like I said, this is Rachel's, one Rachel sent me. And then this was left over from that. And so what I did was I just put an X on it and put it on this fabric that I thought was cute. So I was going to share that. I liked this a lot. I know the picture didn't come off that great on Instagram, but I love this tag. So what else did I do? Oh, I was going to show you what else I'm doing. I'm working on this. So a while back, Anne Brooke, I think maybe last year's thing, she did see if I make it smaller even like that. So she did a book, fabric book. And so she had a different, I think this one was supposed to be circles. Was it just circles or circles and squares? I don't know, but, so I've been working on that, the first page. I'm pretty much done, I think. This came from Rachel. Look how cute she is. She sent me this. And so I just put that on here. I didn't really sew all around it because I want to see some of it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do any more sewing on there. I added this buckle because I bought it on some site on Etsy, and it's just gorgeous. So I put this in this old lace that I got from another lady. I can't remember everybody. And then I just added, yeah, it must have been squares and circles. I can't remember. I don't know if I stayed within the, so I just, you know, I put one of these cute lingerie. It's an oval. So I've been working on this just for me. And did I tell you, see, I did tell you about it, but I don't know if it didn't record. So if I tell you twice, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired now since I already spent all this time doing the other one. Anyway, so this, I sewed all of this, and I liked how that turned out. It's cute. Okay, so that's showing you I was doing that. What was I going to show? Oh, I'm thinking about, I had bought this from Anne Brooke. She had these for sale, and I thought, oh, I could do this for I'm sorry, there's glass there, so I don't want to get, but it's some of her stitching she's done. I thought, well, I could do this and give them for a gift instead of a whole roll. Could be a gift for a friend, and it's small, because I have a group of friends. There's probably about 9 or 10 of them, and we get together once a month usually if we can, and we always celebrate birthdays, give gifts, and you know, after a while it gets hard to give gifts. So I thought, oh, you know, I could do something like this because it's almost the size. Well, that's not too bad. It's almost the size, like, say, of a snippet roll part. So I could take part of a snippet roll and just do some art on it and then get these frames, and that'd be a nice gift, I think. So I'm going to work on some of those. I don't know if I'll ever put them in my shop. I might, but I love the idea. So this was an Anne Brooke one I bought that she had posted on it. I just happened to catch that she posted that she was sold them, and I don't think there's any there now. I just happened to get it at the right time. And so I think I might do something like that too. And I want to use, I might do that with this fun fabric I showed you. Wouldn't that be so fun? Autumny. I don't know. I haven't decided. I might just do that like on here and do like a little square and just do some random stitching to enhance it. Maybe put some stuff on there. I don't know. That's the kind of things I'm thinking of now. But I have 3 more rolls I'm committed to doing, and I want to do. I'm just not like I don't want to do them. But then it'll probably bring me closer to Christmas. It takes me about a good month to make these rolls. So, you know, I want to keep making them. It's just, you know how it goes. I thought about doing that roll, doing a roll, just a strip of this. Wouldn't that be fun? And then and I might do this and just embellish it along without really adding a bunch of stuff, maybe just stitching. I might try that. Or, you know, I might just use it for the background and then sew on top of it. I don't know. But I love this. It's just, I'll put her shop. I think she does all kinds. I think she used rust. Look at that. Look at the amazing, just gorgeous, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous. I forget. I don't know how much this is. I don't know how big it is, but she was a very generous piece. It's a big, huge piece. So, oh, I like this. Look at this right here. Look at that part. I'll put her link in there. They're just fantastic. I thought I wanted to try this. And at some point you have to say, look, I don't know if I want to learn how to do every little thing. Why don't I just, because Ariane, I'll put her link also below. She does a lot of something like this, and she does all kinds of just interesting stitching around it. She doesn't really add a bunch of stuff. She does it all through her stitching. So with different stitches, the highlight is the stitching. So like, see here, to me, this part right here, this guy right here, it looks almost like you could make it a flower. See how it like goes like, and it's got a thing there. It can come down like that. It even has petals like this. So, I mean, I find it really interesting, and maybe I'll do something like that. But I love this fabric, has so inspired me. Anyway, so you guys, thanks for listening. I know I don't do too many videos. I thought, oh, you know, I should do, you know, some of my other things, because I think I showed this once before that I did. And Rachel was doing something with, this is a journal. Let's go up some more. This is a journal I got. Look at the mess. It's a journal I got from the Junk Journal Shop. She makes my bird journals each year, and moments. And so I think one of the things that Rachel's been doing right now is it was a memory or a keepsake, some kind of journal. And I've already had this one going. I thought, well, maybe I could do some of this where I do some stuff in it. And I think, well, everybody else does that so much better. So I think, you know, nah. So this has like a lot of memory stuff in here. This is what dear friend of mine who, and I want to write about her. I haven't done it yet, but she sent me the recipe. She had died from, Peggy was her name. She died from breast cancer that turned into all kinds of terrible things, bone cancer. She was like on chemotherapy for years, years and years. And so I want to put this in the book. This is so cute because it was a note from a friend of ours, but it's a guy. Look at how cute he is. He wrote me a note. Look at the cute paper. His wife had died not long ago, and he wrote to write a note of encouragement. I mean, how many guys write notes like this, right? I thought, so being in the ministry, a lot of times you'll get a weird note that says, we're leaving the church because we hate you, basically. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to do that. Whatever they say. This man was a cop. He's retired now, and Gene is a chaplain at the police station where he was a cop. Anyway, and I thought, okay, here it comes. I'm leaving the church because it's too sad because my wife died or something. And I'm always nervous when I get something like that from a guy, like, you know, out of the blue. Not my friends, but, and it was a really nice note about something. I thought, how cute is that? No men do that. So I wrote a little, this one here is about my mom. This is my mom and her two brothers. I know one died. I don't know if the other one, they live in North Carolina, and since my mom's gone, I don't know. Junior might be dead. I don't know. She's not alive, but look at this cute. Look at her cute. I see. I have to move it over here to see if you have glare. Look at her cute school days, 1940 to 42. Look how cute she was. So I just write that in here and wrote a little stuff about her there. So Rachel's been doing this stuff too. I thought, well, I could do it. And I thought a lot of other people do it better. So this is my, I don't know what, oh, this was a COVID page I did a while ago. Just, you know, what's going on with COVID, because, you know, it's never really happened before, has it? And then in here, I put a lot of stuff from my grandkids. So they called me on the phone, and then, you know, I get these cute little notes from my granddaughter. Look how cute. And I put those in here, you know, they're just in here like that. So, I mean, it's just a memory book. My other granddaughter, who is, I'm trying to get the glare off. It says, I took the dare. It was when the California Adventure was called the Tower of Terror. Now it's called something about Guardians of the Galaxy. It's my favorite ride. So my other granddaughter, who is going to be 16 next year, like in February. So she's 15. She took one of our, she's so big. She's like an adult. Well, she's an adultish. She's tall, big. Anyway, she's not a baby anymore is what I'm saying. She took one of our, she always comes over and wants to take our stuff. So she took a sweatshirt that was my husband's Disney sweatshirt, and it had this on there. So I thought, oh, I'm going to put that on there and write about it. Sticker that I took the Dare, California Adventure. So, you know, in here I just have, I'm working, I want to do one with this. I don't know what. I love this Tigress Daisy from the, and so these are a couple things I have in here that I want to do something with. I haven't done a whole lot in here. Look at this lovely paper. This is, so she makes my birding journals, and there is a videos way back somewhere with the birding journals and how I use them each year. At the end of the year, at the beginning of the next year, I always, what do you call it? I always show my journal and how I ended up using it. Here's another note from him. I told him how I was afraid when I got that at first. And look, like he's got stationery like this. I mean, and it has, look, it has a cute little bird. Look at the birds right here. Look. Oh my gosh. So, oh, that's just to my husband though. But so, but I'm keeping it because it's cute. What husband do you know does this? Nobody. So he's got remarried. He's very happy, and I doubt I'll get letters from him anymore because he's remarried and, you know, got married life going on. So I have a lot. Oh, I did this page. So let's see. This page I did. I think this is about my husband. Oh, my husband gave me a really cool card that had this embroidered. He goes, look, ephemera. So I just took off the piece. This is all like machine embroidered. It was on the card. So I went ahead and put it on. I took the card apart and put it on here and wrote some cute things about our, I don't know why they were in there, but just a cute thing. This is the church we got married, or we didn't get married in it. We got married in a church similar to this, but this is the church we got married in right here. Isn't it cute? And you know what? It's right outside of it's in the cemetery. But a lot of people get married. Waverly Church Chapel. And so I just took the card apart and made a little thing here. And I just put some of the pieces that were in there. I don't know why the kids are in here. That should go somewhere else, but they can stay there. And this is a Yosemite church. Then when we went on our honeymoon to Yosemite. And so that was kind of fun. So there's a picture I took of it, and I just stick it in there. And then here's our wedding announcement that was in the newspaper. I happen to have it. Okay, so there's something I did. So see, I don't do a lot. I haven't used this a lot. I'm using it for memories, you know, like you're supposed to. Oh, and I think I want to do the next one about my dad, because I have a picture that's hanging around somewhere. And yeah, I was using it for like a bookmark somewhere. She makes cute journals, doesn't she? It's just a gorgeous. And I bought this because I wanted to do that with it. So anyway, I think the next one I'll do about my dad. Maybe I'll put it on here and tell you about. Maybe I'll do it live. I don't know. I feel weird because everyone else does. You know, you got Wendy at Wendy's Journal Adventure. You got Gail. What's her name of her site? Gail Astonelli. You've got Rachel. They all do so much better, and I don't do anything more different than them. So that's pretty much why I don't do it. But and I do have this thing. This was something a friend of mine made, and years ago. This is probably, and so I just took it out of the frame and backed it. It's sort of like a big bookmark. She made this for us. Well, I'm going to say, so we've been married since 1976, so it's going to be somewhere in the 70s that came through. So I don't know what happened to the frame. Either it got broke or something, so I just wanted to keep it. So it's just sort of in this book. So that's something else I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of things. I have a lot of needle, what do you call them, things in the fire, needle, irons in the fire maybe. So I want to thank you guys all for watching me. It's very wonderful. You're very nice people to put up with me and watch this. And until the next time, and Carol, I'm going to get this all boxed up. I'll get it on the channel. I got to still make this into a video and post it and take some photos of the roll. So, yep. So thank you guys. I hope I didn't bore you too much. I started talking and sometimes it's hard to stop. So thank you. See you next time. Bye. Be healthy. Bye.